Welcome to the 18th Birmingham Bowl pregame press conference. We're going to open up with Vanderbilt. We're going to have Coach give us an opening statement. If you are watching online through Zoom, we will have questions at the end, and you can put your name in the chat column, and we'll call on you. But we're going to first welcome Coach and give us an opening statement.
Well, first of all, just want to say thank you to everyone in Birmingham who's welcomed us, and we're excited to be here and play against in a great game against a great team in Georgia Tech. This is a culmination of a special year for us, and there's been a lot of effort and sacrifice made to get this team to this point. I think it's also a great opportunity for us to launch into what's next, and so our team's been focused in preparation, both in celebrating the time we have together. This is a tight-knit team that cares a lot about one another, and so we're having fun. Obviously, we're focused on preparing and playing our best against Georgia Tech, and then also for this team to leave a legacy and to make history as a team is important to us as well. So there's been a lot of great motivation for us to again get everything we can out of this time in bowl prep, and I'm happy to be in a historic city in a great game again, and thank you to Birmingham for being so welcoming to us.
Okay, we're going to open it up for questions. Who wants to start us?
Diego, how much does it mean to play in this bowl game, and how special is it for you to have that extra year of eligibility you fought for?
It's very special just to be in, get an opportunity to play in our 13th game this year. We're super grateful. This team will never be the same. So, just taking it one day at a time, cherishing every moment. But it'll be a legacy left here from this team that we'll build on for next season.
And how about the extra year of eligibility?
Yeah, super blessed about it. It's just God's doing. We got a lot in plan for next season, and we got bigger dreams. We want to be playing in January come next season.
Okay.
Hey, so I'm coming from a different perspective in my questioning, but just wanted to know, how are things going in Birmingham so far? You started this morning off with practice, of course. You'll be playing golf here in a little bit, and then of course you have other activities planned for tomorrow. So what's the visit been like, and how are you enjoying things?
Well, from my vantage point, I'd like maybe Marlo to talk too. This is his hometown, and so he's able to experience it that way. But this is a first-class bowl operation. Again, there's so many volunteers and people here in Birmingham. Obviously, ESPN, the work they do, the SEC, and the work on their end as well. This is the Birmingham Bowl is all class, and so we had a great welcome yesterday. There's been some fun activities for our guys lined up, and a chance to engage with this city, and we couldn't be happier with. This is the place where as Diego said, we get to celebrate our 13th game, our last game together, and I'm really proud of the way this team is pulled together and just put their focus on playing at our best. This is obviously a challenging time in college football, and one of the things that makes me most proud about this team is the genuine sense of connection they have. And I'm talking about the players, and obviously coaches are a part of that too, but it's fun for us as coaches to be a part of a team that cares about one another. And again, the city of Birmingham has been very welcoming to us, and we're happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great to be back in Birmingham. I had my first bowl game. I mean, I came in with Coach Lee in 2021, and we always harped on having postseason play. So to have postseason play from my hometown, it just feels great to be back. I mean, the city is welcoming, and I was just excited when we first got announced that we'll be playing Georgia Tech here. Yeah, our high school teammates, old friends, family from other states. So I'm gonna have a big crowd there.
Usually Diego has the most family and friends at games, but I think Marlo's might have him beat this time.
We have a question online. Robbie Weinstein, if you want to go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, hey guys. Diego already talked about this, I guess, as my dog gets a little excited here. But Clark, from a staff standpoint, and Marlen from a team standpoint, what was the reaction when Diego got that decision, and obviously just how it kind of changes the trajectory of the program potentially?
Well, I care a lot about Diego first. I mean, that's so, my first point of celebration, I happened to see him in the hallway right as it was all coming out. I think I actually gave him a kiss on the side of the head, which shows you how excited I was. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy for our sport too. I think college football is better with guys like Diego playing as long as they can possibly play. And um, I think he's been inspirational to so many people at Vanderbilt, so many people in the Nashville community, but I also think he's been inspirational to a lot of people across the country. And it's a testament to the platform that Vanderbilt and Nashville provide our student athletes. And when you have someone special like Diego as a part of your program, you want to hang on to him again as long as you can. So happy for him, happy for us, happy to be able to continue to build on the progress we've made this season. And to do that, obviously, there's going to be a lot that's going to remain intact. We want to retain the healthy parts of our program that we've, in a lot of cases, worked hard over 3 and 4 years to invest into people and to get to this point. And then we need to look to areas where we can elevate and add from the transfer portal, but having leadership intact in our locker room makes all of that possible. And it ensures that we don't lose our identity and the values that we hold most dear. So guys like Diego will be fighting for that program every day. And as we introduce new program members and teach people what it means to be a part of Vanderbilt football, which is distinct, it's great to have his leadership voice in that room to help us again carry our identity forward and look to build upon the progress of the season.
Yeah, me and my teammates appreciate what Diego has brought to the program this year. And I mean, the first time I heard about it, I was actually in the locker room cutting hair. I heard Diego come in the locker room screaming. I'm like, what's going on? I walk over there. He got his other year eligibility, dap him up. And I'm just excited for him, man. He's one of the greatest I've played with in the Vanderbilt. So it's good to have him on our program.
Appreciate you.
I want to be clear, Marlo doesn't cut my hair. I don't want to do that to him.
I will.
Okay, we have Joey Dwyer online. If you want to unmute and ask your question.
Clark, and I guess for the players too, you mentioned legacy and kind of leaving this game with that. Just how do you hope that this team is remembered, I guess, in the fallout of this game as well?
Well, the game's important to us because we want to win the game, and that's not unique to us. We know Georgia Tech takes the same approach, and it's a great matchup. We're gonna have to play well. I mean, there's a lot that we're gonna need to do that is reflective of the success we've had this season, where we protect the ball, where we interlock 3 phases, we control the game offensively, and we're opportunistic defensively. Those things hold true in this one. It's just exciting to me. I think they got the matchup right. And so to play in a meaningful game where you're matched up against an opponent in so many ways, and I said this when I was in town last, we're almost kind of mirror images. I mean, they have a tough program that plays really hard and they're physical, and they establish a physical run game. They use formations and motions to create leverage advantage offensively. I'm Tyler Santucci, the defensive coordinator, we're cut from the same tree. I mean, it just there are a lot of similarities. So I think that's exciting to be a part of a game with two really tough teams in a great football city. As far as the legacy of the team, we'll reflect more on the progress made in this season. I think the cool thing about the legacy of this team is the conversations that we'll have when we get back in January about the people that are no longer with us in the program that worked really hard. And Marlo mentioned it, earlier too. I mean, to go back to 2021 and 2022 and 2023 and to just think about the pain and suffering at times that we've experienced and how there's been such a neat group of people that have stayed intact and kept working with the belief that, we were going to break through at some point. I mean, that is so special to think about. And as we have opportunities to now build upon a bowl experience and hopefully a bowl win and hopefully, the first winning season since 2013, all those things are meaningful to us because it gives us a chance, like Diego said earlier, to reach for more. And I've been pretty consistent in saying this all season. Your season doesn't come down to one game. When we beat Virginia Tech to open the year, that wasn't the goal of the season. It's about trying to find the potential of a team, and we're grateful to have this experience together. I think what we say is we're proud but not satisfied. So we want to really look to have a great competitive game on Friday, and then to build upon this season and to solidify the legacy of this team in the way we operate moving forward.
We have Aiden Rutman, if you want to unmute and ask your question.
Diego, obviously super exciting that you got your year of eligibility. But then going beyond that for, your teammate, Stephen Hubbard, and then for other JUCO players around the country, how exciting is that for you that you got the opportunity to blaze that path for everybody?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it was a long time coming. And I think they got it right. People like me deserve an extra year for Big Low. We'll be excited. He's about 27 now, so we'll be excited to get him when he's 28. But yeah, for the Vanderbilt future, it looks bright. We just got to, like Coach Lee said, live up to our potential. So we'll be excited to play this game, and then when we get back in January, go to work.
Do we have any other questions in the room?
Clark, you have a national championship ring as a baseball player back at Birmingham Southern in 2001. What memories do you have of that year? And is it special coming back here for maybe that reason as well?
I've got a lot of great memories from my year at Birmingham Southern. Brian Shoup was the coach. I know, if you're familiar with Birmingham sports, you know who Brian Shoup is. Such a legend. Was a legend at Birmingham Southern. Obviously, finished his career out at UAB. I think I learned a lot. I know I learned a lot from him and how he operated that program and how we built authentic connection within that program. It was always others focused, others centered. There was always something bigger than baseball. Butch Thompson was on that staff too. Obviously, Butch has had a great career. Matt Braga was a coach on that staff. Matt has been to Omaha with Tennessee Tech. So again, I was around a lot of really cool people and in the coaching staff, and then great teammates too that I stayed in touch with and have stayed in touch with. Like anyone's freshman year in college, it was a formative year. I learned a lot about myself, and Birmingham Southern was such an incredible institution. At the time, it was NAI. They moved to Division I athletics, and then soon thereafter down to Division III. It just it was kind of a neat moment to be a part of that place and to have it be the finish of an NAI time in that league. But to go out on top was really meaningful. And again, as a freshman, you're kind of inheriting the history of the struggle and the fight and the program. And Coach Shoup had it written on his heart that we were going to finish that way, and the team willed its way through a tough schedule to do that. And I mourned the closing of the school. I'm sad about it. It's unfortunate. But certainly I've got great memories. I know so many others have great memories from their time there, and mine was a short stay, but it was very meaningful to me.
For Marlen, for a kid from Alabama to beat Alabama and Auburn this year during your senior year, what did that mean to you personally?
Being a ball player at Vanderbilt, of course, I want to win and get beat every team, but just being from the state of Alabama, family all across Alabama, Auburn fans, Alabama fans. After that game, I checked my phone. I got aunties, cousins, everybody hit me up saying, "Oh, y'all be my favorite team." Because growing up, I was an Alabama fan. That's something I was born into. But by the time I got up here, I'm not a fan of anybody for Vanderbilt. But family still hits me up this day saying, "Oh, you beat Auburn, y'all run to Alabama," and stuff like that. Just know it's family that knows that family would say. But I'm just proud to be a part of this team and just win any game that we win.
Any other questions? Well, thank you so much, and we will see you all on Friday. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.